Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click notification bell so you don't miss any future videos.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center, episode number 2. The best supporter card of the day, or, the supporter card of the day. Episode number 2, I decided to feature Guzma in this episode. So, why I decided to go with the Guzma? Well, it is a supporter card, it is heavily played in any deck. It is a staple card, and it is a must-have supporter card in order to win any game. You're probably not going to win a single game if you're not going to have Guzma. That's just my personal opinion. Guzma is something that Pokemon Catcher was, but it also has Switch included. So the card is printed in 3 different, versions. So we have a regular Guzma, as well as you can see right here, reverse foil and a full art Guzma. It's printed in Burning Shadows, and it says that you can switch one of your opponent benched Pokemon to their active Pokemon. If you do that, you can switch your active Pokemon with one of your opponent benched Pokemon. So there is one interesting rule that you might not be familiar with it, especially if you're new to the game. So I'm also going to try to teach you something new. So you are not allowed to play Guzma if your opponent does not have benched Pokemon. So let's say if you have benched Pokemon but your opponent does not have benched Pokemon, unfortunately you are not allowed to play Guzma. But if you don't have benched Pokemon and your opponent have benched Pokemon, then you can simply play Guzma and your active Pokemon will be just the active Pokemon that it was. So you cannot switch your active Pokemon with nothing if you don't have nothing on your bench. Well, it's pretty much, normal. Well, Guzma is a staple deck, as I mentioned it, in pretty much every deck in the current standard format. It is also a tech in expanded format. In expanded format, it's not heavily been played by more than one copy. It's just enough to have one Guzma, mainly because you have versus Seeker in expanded format, which is a item card that says that you can simply pick any supporter card from your discard pile and put it back into your hand, and you can play like 4 versus Seekers. So why would you even consider playing, 4 Guzmas? Well, some player will probably play 2 of them in case if one is priced, but some player will just play one of it and they will be just perfectly fine with it. In standard format, things are a little bit different, so most of the decks are going to play 3 copies, but some of the decks are going to play 4 copies as well. So for example, the top tier decks in the current format, like Ultra Necrozma Melamar, or maybe Zapdos Jirachi, or maybe Pika Zekrom, plays 4 copies of Guzma. But then again, there are also other players that just decide to play 3 of them. I always like to play at least 3 copies, and if I play 3 copies, I always have Pulpet. But if I don't have Pulpet, then I just go with 3 copies because I don't have space enough for it. But sometimes, actually, in the late in my latest builds, I just decided to go with 4 Guzmas because somehow I lost a lot of games when I didn't have 4 Guzma, and then I decided to be a little bit smarter and just to have space in pretty much every of my real life decks, playing 4 copies of Guzma. When we speak about price, well, the price of the full art Guzma is around $45–50 still. The reverse foil is probably around $7, and the regular one is around $4. The good thing about Guzma is the fact that it's not been reprinted. However, there are some other cards like Country Catcher and Custom Catcher that will definitely be must have, and they are going to be heavily played when Guzma rotates out. Definitely 101% sure that Guzma will be rotated for the 2019-2020 season. So make sure to sell your Guzmas before they rotate and before price went down, like Cynthia, for example. At least for the regular art Cynthia actually fall down from $7 down to $2, mainly because it was reprinted in a Charizard team deck, also in a Blastoise team deck, but Guzma luckily didn't. Still, if you have full art Guzma, you don't need to worry too much, but probably you're gonna lose a lot of money. You can just remember how Lysander was expensive. It was probably around 35, 40 at the peak, and right now you can find it for maybe around 8 to 10, played even for less. So definitely make a smart move and sell your Guzmas in August or maybe September, when before actually they announced that probably Burning Shadow will rotate out. It's 101% that this is gonna happen, so you should definitely consider doing that. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. I hope I actually managed to teach you something useful in today's video. Stay tuned for more of these videos. Have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.